Jarvis, man, we back. We back, man. Episode 4. Real excited about this topic. I say that every week, but
Supposed to be.
Yeah, supposed to be. You're right about that, man. I feel the same way about this one that I felt about fear, that I felt about belief, because I feel like it kind of goes along the same lines.
Right.
You know, today is values. Values, I guess they're really a part of your beliefs, right?
Yeah.
And your fears kind of form your values too, in a way.
Absolutely.
So I feel like this all ties in. It's another big one. It's another major category, but we're gonna definitely jump into it. Try to break it down as best we can. Try to bring our own personal experiences to the table like we always do.
Right.
Just have our good barbershop talk. You know what I mean?
Yes, sir.
So when I think of values, man, I'm kind of starting to enjoy the benefit of going last every now and again. So I kind of want to hear it, and maybe I can come at the end and try to tie it together. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So we'll flip it. We'll see what you fellas feel about values. I guess just starting off, man, we'll just try to come with the best definition, broad definition, specific. It don't really matter. We're gonna work through it anyway. But let's try to come to some kind of definition, some kind of understanding of what we mean when we say values.
All right. Well, for myself, man, when I think about values, I wrote down a few things. I said it was, what you cherish, things, people, or relationships you hold close to your heart. And another one I wrote down was just your judgment on what's important in life.
Okay. So judgment, what you cherish, and what was the first one?
What you cherish, relationships, things, people you hold close to your heart. So
okay.
Just goes in with cherishing and your judgment on what's important in your life.
I really like that last one. Your judgment on what's important in life. Big Jarvis, you got some kind of working definition that we can go with when we say values?
Just what I got is values is a standard for behavior, just a core to your being, like we said in a couple of other episodes. My bad. As we mentioned a couple of our other episodes, and just like what's important to you. I mean it's just the basic definition I got. We could break it down further, as we go along. But as of right now, yeah.
I like that too, man.
Yeah.
That's two solid definitions. I'm actually gonna glean from both of y'all. You know what I mean? And I'm trying to sum it up into one word. It's your actions. Your values, and it kind of like you said, it's your basis for living. Your whatever foundation you stand on that you make your, Travis, I think you said the word judgment.
Yeah.
How you base your decisions, and of course your decisions, your way of thinking are going to dictate your actions. So if you want to know what your values are, it ain't hard to do. You know what I'm saying? It's like a thermometer. You check out your actions, you can figure out what you actually value. And one of the mind-boggling things is that people are going to say that they value something, right? Oh, I do value this. But then you look at the actions and you say, nah, I don't really think I really don't think that's what you actually value. Yeah. You know what I mean? And one thing that's going to be important when you're talking about values, when you're talking about beliefs, when you're talking about fear, when you're talking about any of that, first and foremost, truth, right? What's the actual truth? A lot of things are subjective, a lot of things are ambiguous, but truth is not one of those things, right? It is a black and white type of deal. It's one or the other, you know what I mean? And also honesty. And I know those words sound the same, but when I say truth, I mean actually the desire to know what is actually true.
Right.
When I say honesty, I mean kind of the application to yourself, as far as applying that truth to yourself, being honest with yourself. As far as when we say values, what's the truth? And then let me really look myself in that mirror and say, all right, let me be real. This is how I act. Even though it's hard to say, this is what I actually value. You know what I mean? So I guess moving forward, man, we'll kind of discuss some of what our values are.
Right.
You know what I mean? And I'll go first, and I guess just one at a time, maybe. We'll see how it goes, man. But when I was just coming in, I was saying that, ain't enough time, man.
Right.
You know what I mean? And I come to realize that I really do value my time. You know what I mean? I really do value my time now. First and foremost, we know what happened when you run out of time. You know what I mean?
Yes, sir.
That's not a pretty situation.
Right.
You know what I mean? But like I was saying, when I came into the house, man, woke up at 12:30 this morning. I think we started at 3:50 this morning, Jarvis.
Mm-hmm.
Work started at 3:50. I woke up at 12:30, trying to take advantage of every moment. You know what I mean? Got up, did my meditation, did my affirmations, did my stretching. Ready for work, went to work, gave UPS a nice solid 9.5.
Yeah.
Max effort, you know what I mean? Gave them a nice solid 9.5. Left there, went to yoga. I came home. Now everything's in balance now. Ain't no machine. Had to take an hour nap. Took me a shower. Had to take a shower, hour nap. 8. I'm over here doing the podcast, but now I know I got another early morning ahead of me.
Right.
I don't really have time to read right now. I don't really have time to write. Those are the things that I actually like to do.
Right.
I would prefer to do those things than UPS. You know what I mean? So when I say I value my time, now I gotta say, hey man, that 9.5 hour gap in the middle of my day is it's causing some problems.
Yeah.
You know, now it ain't a bad thing. It's paying the bills.
Right.
Don't get me wrong, but it's causing some problems. It's taken away from something that I really value.
Right.
I really value that time, and I feel like I can do something more productive with that time.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So I think my first one that I start off with tonight, man, I value my time. Trav, you got anything that you like time?
Yeah,
That's my top one. Man.
That's your top one? Well, you're gonna have to go to number 2. Yep.
I gotta think of something.
Yes, sir. You're gonna have to go to number 2, man.
Yeah, man, that's a good one, man. I do like that, and I never really. I mean, of course, I thought about it like that, but you know, just hearing somebody else saying it, like, you know, yeah, man, you know, I do value my time. But real quick before I tell you one of my values, I like what you said when you said your values are your actions.
Right.
And during the week while I'm brainstorming about, you know, this topic, I wrote down your values drive and direct your behavior. Just exactly the same thing you said.
Right.
And just like you said, if somebody say they value this, but their behavior, their actions show different. You know, so
Which one is the truth? What I say or what I do?
right.
I'm asking. Which one is true?
It's your actions.
It's your
Yeah,
actions,
your
right?
Because you could talk.
You can talk that talk now.
Yeah.
I like it.
About that action, boss.
But staying on subject, I did write down a few, but the one I have at the top of my list is I value my relationship with God. And that's big for me, you know, because in the past that's not something I've always valued as much as I should.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I've always valued him. I've always had that relationship with him. But, you know, sometimes you get caught up in the world and everything else that's going on. And it's just like, that's not important, but it is. And it's crazy because, you know, I teach the children's church at my church on Sundays. And one of the lessons we talked about God and King James, I believe it's 2 Samuel, when he put David in charge. He made David king of the Israelites. And he made a covenant. He made a covenant to David that, you know, just because you love me, you know, because you cherish me, value this relationship that we got, I'm going to make sure you always straight and your family always straight. Y'all always going to rule over this land.
Right.
As long as y'all do what y'all supposed to do.
Right.
You know
as long as y'all keep that value.
Right.
Yeah.
But of course we had a few family members that came along. They didn't value that relationship. So they lost it.
Right.
But God always kept that promise to David. And what happened? Jesus was born.
Right.
As a descendant from King David family.
From David.
So, you know what I'm saying? He said he keeps his promises on his time. But, like, I value that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because I know if I'm praying to him and I'm doing what I'm supposed to do, it might not come today. but I know it's gonna come because he made that promise to me. So I value that.
Right. So you value the promise.
Right. I value his promise and the relationship that we have.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So
because the promise is predicated on the relationship.
Right.
I got you. And really, that promise even stretched back to Abraham.
Mm-hmm.
Right. They all came through the same lineage.
Yeah.
That's a long stretching promise, man. Through centuries.
Yeah.
Right. And I feel, Jarvis, I'm definitely gonna we coming to you, but I want to kind of work back a little bit, Chad, because you said something. You said I didn't always value the relationship as much as I do now.
Right.
What were you doing to say that I did not value my relationship with God as much as I do now? What were you doing to take away from that value?
Honestly, bro, I had to say it's just my whole mindset.
Okay.
It's just my whole mindset, the way I was thinking. Just like I just taking it for granted, man. Just to be honest.
We talking about it. We talking about life.
No, my relationship with him.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Just taking it for granted because I know like, oh, he'll forgive me, God. I'll be good. He'll just gonna forgive me. Like you
Yes,
know,
sir.
I can't. They ain't how I'm supposed to do. I can't do that with my wife. You know what I'm saying? So why I'm gonna do that with the man who gave me my wife? You know what I'm saying?
Ooh, I like that. Yeah.
So it's just, yeah, man. I just realized it was, like I say, it was just my mindset, man. I'm not. I gotta get right, man. This man doing so much for me, and I'm just taking it for granted.
Right, because it's a give and take relationship.
Right.
And right, you actually have to give something. You have to put something in to. It's an input-output system.
Right.
Right. Like any relationship, all relationships are. It's the law of reciprocity.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you got to give something to get something. I like that, man. I wanted you to get real specific, but I feel you. Yeah.
You mean you want me to get?
No, you covered it. You covered it. I think.
Let me know, man.
Yeah, I know. I think as we go around, everything will come out.
Okay.
Right, everything will come out in due time. Big Jarvis, we're talking about values. I had time. Travis has a relationship with God. We don't took two of the good ones off the board.
I took my top two.
Yeah. So now we on number 3.
Yeah.
Man, I'm sitting over here like, what I'm saying, y'all took my top 2.
You deep down in the well right now. Go on, dig.
Man. I mean, first thing that jump out my mind, so I ain't gonna procrastinate. First thing that jump out my mind is heart, like love. I value love.
You value love.
I value love.
Big man, the love doctor.
Yeah.
You gonna have to work through the love one now.
Oh yeah, I got you. It's just love, like, of course, what Travis said. My love with God, like the love I have for God. You know, embarrassing the trials and tribulations I've been through. Even though I'm a young man, just value and holding true to what I've been through. You know, that shaped me to who I am today. So my love with God is number 1, and then of course family. You know, family and friends. I'm not gonna break it down 6 by 6. Family and friends. You know, like I said, you know, acknowledging my trials and tribulations, and I'm pretty sure everyone has our trials and tribulations. Just being uplifted, like when you feel like you real down and you feel like you know, feel like you just stressed, you just don't have that push. You know, you have the love from your family and friends to uplift you. You know, because like I said, it is a hard world out here. You know, like I said, everybody does go through trials and tribulations. So value the love from my family and friends, and just the love for everybody. Like I said, love from everybody, because like I said, this uplifting each other. Rather is real positive, and that's what we all need versus hate. You know, all that. So yeah, love.
You value love.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, when I think of love, I think of 1 Corinthians 13. 4-8, I want to say it is. Love is patient. Love is kind. It does not boast. It is not proud. It does not envy. It never fails. It goes on to say it is not haughty. You know what I mean? It does not dishonor its brother. It does not. Love does not force its way. Right? You value love. You value all of those things. You value others' opinions. You value others' property. You're willing to be patient with others. You're willing to be kind with others. Not nice, but kind.
Kind.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you would say that your actions show that you value those things.
Sure.
Okay. I'm with that.
I'm a Libra, Shout out to Libra. Libra season is coming up.
Oh man.
I'm
not going there, brother.
Yeah.
You know,
Libra,
you know how people feel about my sign. I'm not going there. But okay, we here to help people, right?
Yes, sir.
Right. That's our mission. Well, we here to help those who want to be helped. First and foremost, we're here to help those who want to be helped. Let's just define it. That's what we're here for, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we said earlier, people say one thing, but honestly, they value another. So we talking about we're here to help people to be the best that they can, right? What if is a mantra for possibility? Mm-hmm. What if is our mantra for if I do this, what could be the results, right? What could possibly happen? So when I think about what do people need, what do their values need to be, right? Mm-hmm. The first one that comes for me is discipline. Right, it's something that I really, really value. And when I say I value discipline, I try to pull discipline out of every single thing that I do. Mm-hmm. I'm not always 100% on it, but when I even feel an inkling in my body that I don't want to do this, I know at that point I'm going to do it. Right? I'm talking about an inkling. You know what I mean? If I'm running late for something and I feel myself trying to rush, trying to pull off real fast from the yield sign, come to a temporary halt at the stop sign, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
In those moments, man, I set my cruise control. You know what I mean? I take the control completely out of my hands because I say, I value patience. And because I value patience, I will discipline myself. Even when I'm late, I will use this as an opportunity to discipline myself. Right? When I leave in the morning, as far as making my bed, just these little things now. When people say, well, how you get disciplined? These are the little things. The little things make the big things, right? Mm-hmm. Turning around and making your bed anyway. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. You running 5 minutes late, behind should have woke up on time. Right? You're going to have to bite the bullet on this 5 minutes. Turn around and make that bed.
It's either you late or you ain't.
That's what it is. You know what I mean? Just those little things, getting out of the bed, right? That discipline, like I said, man, we didn't start till 3:50. Mm-hmm. At the end of the day, no arrogance with it. I'm the boss.
Yeah.
If I got there at 3:50, it will be all right. Nobody can check me on that. You know what I mean?
Right.
Got there at 1:50. I get there 2 hours early every single day. Not only did I get there at 1:50, I woke up at 12:30. So that I can prepare my mind for the day that I was going into. Mm-hmm. Prepare my mind to lead 70 people every single day. You know what I mean? Discipline. When I wake up or before I go to sleep at night, I make a schedule for the next day. Now, I also value flexibility. So if that schedule does not work out exactly like I plan, I also value flexibility, right? But at the end of the day, as much as I can hit that schedule, reading for an hour a day, I'm going to find some time to read today. I don't know how, but I'm getting it from somewhere. You know what I mean? Yeah. Discipline, man. You know what I mean? Right. If you want to be successful, you have to be able to say, I value discipline. And your actions have to be able to back up the fact that you value discipline. Right? And like we said earlier, truth and honesty. I just gave you the truth. Discipline is a qualification for success. Right? It's one of the prerequisites. You need it. Right? And then now you have to look in the mirror and be truthful with yourself. Do I value discipline? Or do I value sleep? Right? Do I value quote unquote fun? Yeah. What do I really value? Right? So I'm gonna go with discipline. If we're trying to help somebody and we're trying to say, man, if you can apply this, it will help you as far as changing your life, being successful going forth. One of those things for myself is discipline. In your opinion, Jarvis, what would somebody have to value in order to be successful? Now, this is wide ranging. So when I say discipline, I mean, you can go, we're talking about success in relationships, success on the job, success in your own personal life, right? Inside your head, just what is one thing that it would take for you to live a more successful, more productive life, in your opinion?
Well, you just mentioned about like in your job.
Mm-hmm.
I can give you I think something people should value if they want to get ahead, be successful in life, but especially at their job, is just, you know, they relationship with their coworkers.
Okay.
Of course. And just like not necessarily their persona at work, but like what you stand for at work.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Basically like being a hard worker or a dedicated worker at that.
So if I can just give you a standpoint to work from,
Okay.
Let's go with choose one. Either value relationships or value effort.
Effort.
Okay. That's a good
Effort.
one.
That's the word I was looking for. Yeah, I think that's a big one, especially in the workplace. Is they should value effort, the effort that they put into their day.
Yes, sir.
Effort they put into the work that they do at school. Like I work at a school, man, and I'm around people who really don't want to be there. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir. It's unfortunate to say, but school is a job.
Right. It's a job. But and it's a lot of folks that don't want to be there.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, well, go home.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Cause they be in there, they not giving a lot of effort. And these kids, dog, that we teaching.
Shaping.
Right.
Molding.
Right.
Right.
This not just this ain't a job at the mall. You know what I'm saying? This ain't retail.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? This people lives.
This
these
life.
kids lives.
Yeah. It's like being a doctor.
Right.
You know what I mean?
So, you know what I'm saying? I be in there, man. I think I give all the effort I got, like, every day. Even not even dealing with kids. Like, I know that tomorrow afternoon, I'll be out for a half a day. It's my son's birthday, man, so we're going to go to a school or whatever. But me knowing today that I'm going to be out tomorrow afternoon, man, I done did my work for the day and for tomorrow today to make sure it's out the way.
Yes, sir.
So I'm not at work tomorrow trying to rush and leaving this for other people to do. You know what I'm saying? Stacking up my stuff that I could have been did on somebody else. Man, I did my stuff and somebody else's stuff.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Just because that's my effort.
Above and beyond.
Above and beyond. And I don't want recognition for it. You
Right.
know what I'm saying? You don't gotta pat me on my back or none of that. This is what I signed up to do.
Right.
So I'm gonna do it to the best of my abilities, man. I think if people do that in the workplace, not even just schools, just everywhere, it'll be a whole lot. People will love their jobs more.
Right.
Jobs won't be stressing people out like they are.
And people will feel a lot better about themselves, man. Like you said, you don't want the recognition. Sometimes if I'm having a tough time, it feels good to fall back on the fact that I did the best I could.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? My job is really predicated on numbers, right? But at the end of the day, and we're going to get into this a little bit later, at least I want to, if I don't hit that number, I used to get down on myself. But now I know that the number don't make me. The effort do. I don't value the number. I don't value the recognition, which is what I used to value. Now I value, like you said, the effort. Mm-hmm. And because I value the effort, I'm good whether I hit the number or not, as long as the effort is there.
Right.
As long as I did everything I could. If I can just get you to tie it up a little bit more, you said you gave a good example as far as you're going to be out tomorrow, so you did the stuff today.
Right.
You increase your effort today since you would be absent tomorrow. Mm-hmm. How else does effort look at in your workplace? As far as, trash or whatever. Mm-hmm. How else do you give max effort at your job?
Man, like I said, bro, I do my job, their job, his job, her job, and I'm not, like I said, it's not because I don't want them to feel like I'm just, you know what I'm saying, I'm a helpful person. I just like to be helpful.
And when you say their job, is it like filing papers? Is it taking out trash? Is it sweeping the floor? What is it?
I do all of that. Or just it might be just, even though this not my class, I'm going this way, I'll walk them back to class. I'll drop them off to the class. You know what I'm saying? Just, little stuff like that.
Right.
I see a lady coming in the morning and she got bags and books. Oh yeah, you know I'm gonna get the dough for you. You want me to take those down to your classroom for you? Oh
Good
yeah,
man.
yeah. You know, and just like the other day, what was it? Oh, one of the ladies, I was getting ready to go to lunch, and she was like, "Hey, Mr. Perry, which way you going?" I was like, "Oh, I'm just going to lunch." She was like, "Okay, don't worry about it." I'm like, "What you need?" She's like, "Oh no, I was just gonna ask you to go take this to so and so, but that's in the complete opposite." Like, that's cool.
It's
you know
nothing.
what I'm saying? Ain't nothing but 2 or 3 minutes. My lunch could wait. I got you. You know, I'm going to do it.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying? Just little stuff like that. It's like I said, it's not big stuff. You know what I'm saying? It's just little things that eventually they gonna add up.
Right.
And people know. Just like when we were on the phone the other day, and I told you about the guy that bumped into me at the school. I saw him in the hallway. He was talking to another teacher. He spoke. We spoke. But that was it. And I'm going out to my car to grab something. I was going out for lunch or something, and he ran up on me in the parking lot. Like, "Hey man, I don't know your name. Just wanted to shake your hand. Let you know. Well, of course we introduced ourselves, and he was just like, well, I was talking to another teacher because I saw you in the hall. I asked about you, and I heard nothing but good things about you." And he was like, even when I was having a conversation with that teacher, another one walked by and heard what we was talking about and put their input in as well and said nothing but good things about you and gave me his card, told me he worked at Georgia Southern in the elementary and sped department and wanted me to be a part of something, whatever it was he was doing. So, you know what I'm saying? Just my effort that I put in that work.
Right.
Gave me a good, you know what I'm saying? My name hold weight around there, basically.
And that's that relationship with God all over again, right? It's a reciprocity system. You are investing into the system. It is a sowing reaping system. And you sowing in good ground. Right?
Absolutely.
You sowing into the lives of others. You sowing into other people. And the beautiful thing, man, we are all connected. We are all the same. We are contrary to popular belief, we are not different.
Right.
Black, white, tall, short. It does not matter. We are not different. We are from the same creator. We are all the same creation. So as I apply effort, I automatically affect the environment around me. Right? Whether they apply the same effort or not, I automatically affect it just by who I am.
Right.
Let your light shine. You know what I mean? You can say it from any kind of discipline, any kind of quote, whatever it may be that you are comfortable with. At the end of the day, once I take the lead and I put that light out there, I'm gonna light up a dark room, no matter what's in this room. You know what I mean? One of my favorite scriptures that has always invoked thought is me. Yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadows of death. There's only one way to make a shadow. Right? There's only one way to make a shadow. Something has to be dark. Something has to be light. Right?
Yes.
Right? I'm walking through the shadows of death, but it's cool because I'm light.
Right.
Right?
Yeah.
You were saying as far as people don't want to be there and this, that, and third. That's cool. I'm light.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to automatically
enough for all of us.
Yep. And guess what, man? Every now and then you'll notice because you went the extra mile, somebody else will go the extra mile.
Oh yeah.
But you'll notice it, right? Because I did this. There are times when I'm at work and somebody gets backed up, and I go over there and, but I'm effort. Forget give effort. I am effort. Right. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So when I go over there and they see how I do it, sometimes I notice the door don't get backed up for the rest of the day. Because they like, man, this man done came over here in long sleeve shirt, pants, you know. I got on gym shorts. This man done came over here and embarrassed me, you know what I mean? But it wasn't like that. I mean, if I embarrass you, it's because you weren't giving effort. All right. I like that, Trial. Yeah. You blessed us, man.
Appreciate it.
Hey, Jarvis.
Yeah, man, I'm blowed again. Y'all took my two.
Come on, man. We gotta start letting you. We gotta start letting you go first. Man.
Yeah, I go first, man.
Yeah, man. What the good thing is we gave you plenty of time to think.
Yeah, man, that's good. I mean, we really took it all.
So let me just recap where we at, right? So what we're talking about is we helping people, right? So ways to cultivate a more productive life. I came through with discipline, right? Travis came through with effort. Now you're right, man. We took 2 of them off the board. I give you that. We came through with discipline. We came through with effort. It's on you.
His effort.
What else must you value to have a productive or to alter things in your life that you do not like, things that you desire to change?
Someone say patience.
Ooh,
No one said patience.
you got it. That's right up there. We got discipline, we got effort, and Jarvis, to be honest, man, yours is one of the most important. And I say, and I'm gonna let you go. I say yours is one of the most important because it is an input-output system.
Oh, yeah.
Right? Input is the discipline and the effort.
Yeah.
You must be patient
Oh,
for the output. Right? So all of very necessary because you don't control the output.
Right.
That part's not really on you.
Yeah.
That's God's part.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, patience. Go ahead and work with it.
Patience. That's like I said. That's the top one for me because it's all about productivity. Like it's all about decision making. Like all your decision makers come from you. Well, for me, is from you being patient. Like the Bible says, be patient. Like things will come to you. Just be patient.
All right. They that wait on the Lord shall renew their strength.
Right.
Okay.
Along with your effort, patience. Like it's just I don't know. There's just something about patience. Like just be patient. You know.
How many applications have you filled out in the past? Let's say month.
Sheesh.
Let's be real. How many have you filled out in the last month?
Last month, a lot. I mean, because it's early in the month. You know, it's on the 6th of the month.
Last month. Last month. I say over 100. I tried. God Almighty.
I tried to fill out at least 8 to 10 applications every day.
That's the effort.
That's the day.
That's the effort and the discipline, right?
Right.
Now, I got another question. You have a job right now, right?
Right.
Do you go to your job every day?
Faithfully every day.
Try your best to be there on time.
Yeah, I try my best.
I know.
Try my best.
I ain't gonna tell him where you work. I ain't gonna do you like that.
I know I work.
Hey,
I know I work.
To his credit, he is on time.
I might be 2, 3, no more than 5 minutes late.
Late is late. I just told
But
you.
yeah,
Late is
yeah,
late is
yeah,
late. Late is
yeah.
late. Now,
It's early to be on time. I know.
We're gonna take truth to honesty. We're gonna take truth to honesty.
Oh
now.
yeah, you gotta be honest with yourself.
But what I will say, you're there.
Yeah.
What I will also say about Jarvis is a Jinsu knife, right?
Mm-hmm.
There are several different positions in that building, and Jarvis will attest that on any given day he might work all of them, just depending on how it's going.
Shit, I know the
And,
day was.
Oh yeah, it happened today. And to be honest, Jarvis is not somebody that I even ask. You know what I mean? Because I know what we doing, right? I know this is about what if. I know Jarvis is a man of effort and discipline. So I know whatever I ask, I'm going to get it. You know what I mean? And that's one thing I will say. But I'm going to let you finish up with the patience. So we got the effort, we got discipline. Filling out 100 applications in the last month, still having a job and being faithful to that job, and you actually have another job that you also work right now, weekends or whatever that schedule may be. How does the patience play into that? How do you hold it all together? How do you hold the disappointments in? The sorry, we have nothing for you right now. The I made it all the way to the second interview, but then for some reason I didn't get it. I made it to the third interview, but some reason I didn't. How does the patience play into that?
First thing jump out is just faith. Like, just have faith, patience. Like,
Your faith allows you to be patient?
Yeah. Just keeping the faith. Like I said, I got tattooed on me for a reason, man. Keeping the faith, just being patient. Like it will come because God wrote your life out, ahead of time. So it will come. Just gotta be patient. You might not see the green grass over there, but gotta be patient.
You know that it's there.
Yeah,
your faith tells you that it's there.
Oh, yeah.
And therefore, because you believe, which we've already covered, right? Because you believe, therefore you are willing to be patient.
Yep.
Despite how it looks. Despite the disappointments, the ups and downs, the 3 o'clock in the morning, all of that.
Yeah.
You're willing to be patient through all of that, right?
Yeah.
Hey, man, you blessed me with that, too.
Yeah.
Y'all both blessed me, man. I really appreciate that.
Yeah.
Those were solid. So there are many more. Don't get us wrong.
Of course. There's a lot to cover.
Yeah.
Man. It's a lot.
Don't get us wrong, but we hit discipline, we hit effort, we hit patience. I think those are three heavyweights, man. Mm-hmm. Those are three good ones. Just to kind of going into an ending, just to kind of break it down, that was the truth part of it, right? Mm-hmm. The honesty part. What are people actually doing now that are keeping them in bondage, keeping them from being where they actually want to be? What are the values now? Mm-hmm. And I think for this one, we know where we come from. So let's not say people, let's use us. And I have two for myself, two things that I valued that kind of got me into some of the slums that I ended up in my life, right? Okay. For one, I valued perception. I value what people thought.
Oh, yeah. Top one.
Yeah. One. So, Travis, you said effort, right? Mm-hmm. I'm a smart dude. I'll go out and step out and say that I've been blessed with the ability to hear something and read something and for it to stick automatically, right? I've never been one to have to study or anything, and I make good grades, right? Mm-hmm. Oh, I've always made good grades, but I didn't value effort, right? So to look at my grades, you would think that I valued effort, mm-hmm. right? They were good grades. They could have been great grades, right? I had, because of what I was blessed with from the jump street, I had the ability to be your valedictorian, your summa cum laude. I had the ability to do that, but I did not value effort. I valued perception, mm-hmm. right? Because if you see that 90, you're going to think, oh, you're going to think good of me. The teacher going to give you a pat on your back. Your mama going to say, oh, man, you did such a good job and all this, that, and third, and everybody going to love you. That's what I value. I value the congratulations, the attaboys. I valued that. I didn't value the effort. And truth be told, there were people who were probably making 70s and barely struggling to make an 80, and they probably further than I am right now. They're probably entrepreneurs. They're probably a little more well off than I am right now because I had natural talent. I had natural ability. They had effort, right? Mm-hmm. I played sports my whole life, man, and what I've noticed, the people who really, really make it are the people who are able to marry the effort and the natural ability, right? The people who are able to marry those two things are the, along with discipline, right? Yeah. But what I'm saying, as far as the perception, right? Okay. Don't get caught up in the attaboys and what people think of you and all this, that, and the third. You get caught up in the perception and you forget who you're supposed to be for yourself, right? And E.T. Eric Thomas, man, I would encourage anybody, man, just at some point throughout your day, if you're having a low moment, Eric Thomas, Wes Brown, Les Brown, I'm sorry, I said Wes Brown, Les Brown, Tony Robbins, a lot of these guys, man, they are excellent motivational speakers. Even Will Smith, I mean, the list goes on and on. Mm-hmm. There are a lot of people that you can actually listen to. But one thing that E.T. was saying, man, was, his son, as far as his grades, it was like, the grades didn't really matter to him. You know what I mean? It was his effort. Like, son, if you bought a 77 in this house, right? Mm-hmm. And you met with the teachers and you did all your homework and you went to class every day and you studied your butt off and you can look me in my face and you can look yourself in the mirror, the honesty part, and say, I gave it everything I had. You can't go back in your mind and find a moment where, you did this instead of that, right. Where you wavered. You stuck to it, right? And like I was just saying about the job, when I used to have bad numbers, I was worried about the perception, right? Mm-hmm. Like, man, my boss gonna have something bad to say, man. I might get an email, this, and the third. Like, dang, I want to hit my numbers. Now, you can email me up, baby, because I'm good with it. You know what I mean? If we miss production, and I know the effort that I put in to make it happen, when you send your email, I'm gonna say, we'll try to be better tomorrow, sir. Mm-hmm. Because that's what it's gonna be. I'm cool with what I gave. You can kick, scream, holler, spit. You can do whatever you want to do. I'm going to look at you with a smile because I'm going to be confident in the effort that I gave. I'm not worried about your perception anymore. So if it's something that somebody can change, man, they can change their value on perception. They can change their value from something on the outside and put it on something on the inside. Another thing people value, man, And I see this a lot in, I see it in men too, don't get me wrong, but I see it a lot in females, man. Sleep.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? Get your behind out the bed, man. Like, it is a difference between rest and sleep. Like when I go to bed, I want to get rest.
Right.
I want restoration. I want to rejuvenate my body. If I can do that in 3 hours, if I can do that in 5 hours, I'm good. You know what I mean? If it don't take me 8 hours, I don't want 8 hours. I want to be able to turn and burn. You know, you know what I mean? It's like suicides. I'm trying to poop, hit the line, I'm going back the other way. You know what I mean? I'm not trying to stay in the bed all day and miss it. Like I said, go back to 12:30, dog, and I still feel like I don't have enough time. Right. I still feel like I'm like, God dang, I still got things I want to do, but I got to be disciplined now. It all works together. This is all one big recipe. You have to apply all of the principles. Right. But man, some people value sleep more than they value anything else. Right? They say they want to be successful. They say they about that grind. They say they about this, that, and the third. But like we said, man, that you can say what you want to say. Yeah. At the end of the day,
what time you wake up in the morning? Yeah.
Bro, I'll tell you right now.
On the weekends.
Bro, oh man, especially on the weekends. Listen, man, I'll tell you right now. If you get out your bed at 9, you got no chance with me. Like, bro, you got no chance with me, man. If you get out your bed at 9, you can't do nothing with me. Because by 9 o'clock, I've had a full day.
Oh, yeah.
I'm talking about on the weekend, too, now. Yeah. By 9 o'clock in the morning, I have had a full-blown day. Yeah. You don't want to see me if you get up at 9. If you get up at 8, you a little better than the brother at 9, but you still ain't cutting it, dog. Nope. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Bro, get out the bed, man. Rise and grind. You can rise and shine, but then rise and grind. Yeah. You know what I mean? So I'm not going to take off of them, but I threw 2 of them in there, man. Some people are where they are right now because they value sleep. They value perception. Big trap. Oh, no. Let's not do this.
Oh, yeah. Go ahead. Say it now for somebody say it.
Big Jarvis, you got it.
Number one, people, you said what people value?
Or for yourself, because I was speaking for myself. Oh. You know what I mean? I value, before this CJ, right, I valued perception. I valued sleep. I was somebody who stayed up in that bed. Yeah. And I was somebody who valued perception. Now, if you don't, you can work with whatever you had. Even if you can't break it down to something personal, you can work with what you had. I want to hear it.
Well, I'm going to say what people value is they value, number one, they value money.
Yeah. Work with that, boy, because you about to really piss a lot of people off.
It's just money. Like, everyone, like, greeds towards money. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, you have to work to make ends meet. You have to pay your bills, of course. But, like, people will go crazy over money. Like, they will go over and beyond for the money. Like, you see people clout chasing, trend chasing just for the money. Like, you see nowadays people, like, you can break it down simply. You robbing people for money. You taking people's values and you robbing them of their values, you know, just for, like, money. Like, you see people, that's a whole nother topic, but you see people doing strange things for money, like, you know, Hollywood, so to say, entertainment, like, people, you know, going over and beyond just for the money. Like, everyone values money, like, but they value it in the wrong way.
Right.
And people working jobs they don't like, just because of their value of money. Mm-hmm. They don't value personal self-improvement. They don't, like you said, Jarvis, it's money. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? And you know what they say about the love of money, man.
For the love of money.
Because money. It's important. You know, I mean, it ain't that important. It's up there with oxygen, but it ain't that important. You know, right. You know what I'm saying? You got to have it. Yeah. You feel me? But Jarvis, you're so right as far as the value on it. Because I tell you, I don't value money. What I value is financial freedom.
Right. Yeah.
Right?
Because you value happiness.
Yeah. Yeah. And I value money or financial freedom to the extent of what it would allow me to do. Because I also said that I value time. And with more money, I can pay for my time. I can free up my time. Right? So as far as it ends to means, yes. But like you said, Jarvis, it's just money is only the value that you put on it. Right? The only difference between the dollar bill and $100 bill is the value that we put on it. Right? Somebody threw 2 more zeros in there and said it was more important. We rock with it. Yeah. I definitely like that, man. We got sleep. We have money. We have perception. We're going to let Travis tie everything up before we get out of here.
Yeah. So, just for myself, and it's crazy because mine kind of take from yours when you say perception and yours when you talk about money. Something I think people value that they shouldn't, and that I used to have a personal problem with is material things.
Yes, sir. I was hoping you went there, man.
Yeah. Top
you know what I'm saying?
Go ahead and slay us all, man.
just thinking about when I was younger, man. Like probably between high school and those college times. You know what I'm saying? I used to value material things. Well, whatever was popping, I wanted. You know what I'm saying? The Gucci, the Louis belts, you know, all of that.
Oh.
You know, I wanted all of that. You know what I'm saying? Because I valued that, and even though I shouldn't have, but like you said, it was that comes with perception. But if I get this on, boy, you know what I'm saying? Folks might look at me different, you know what I'm saying?
I don't even talk about this, man.
You know what I'm saying? Folks might look at me different, and I know, like, another reason I value that is because, you know, in elementary, middle, and high school, I never really had like Jordans. You know what I'm saying?
Oh man,
I had a pair of Air Forces. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? This little stuff, but Jordans. But my mom wasn't spending no money on Jordans.
wasn't gonna happen.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So you try to get by with the forces, but you know you still always want them Jordans, man. So when I got old enough, man, I was able to buy. Man, I used to be buying every pair of Jordans
that came out.
And luckily, I never had to wait in lines. You know what I'm saying? Because my girl had worked at the shoe store, so you know it wasn't no problem for me to get.
That probably ain't even luckily. That's probably even made it worse.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Made it worse. You know what I'm saying? Buying all the expensive clothes, man, just for no reason, man. I remember I went to Orlando, man, and spent like $300 on a jean jacket, man, the True Religion jean jacket. Like now, spent $300 on what? A jean jacket?
Yeah.
If I got 2 kids, you know what I can do with $300 for them?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and it's worse these days because I didn't have kids.
Right.
But it's people that got 3, 4, 5 kids and they still value material things.
Yeah.
Like they gonna make sure they nails popping and you know what I'm saying, they got the latest iPhone and you know what I'm saying, but your kids, what about them? Like you can take an iPhone right now, them things running at best 900.
At least 900.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's the best you're gonna get.
You can do a whole lot more with that, especially if you got kids, man. And I think
you can invest that.
You can invest that.
You know what I mean? It's consuming versus producing. You know, people are consumers. And man, Trav, man, you hit it right on the head, man. I'm talking about
it's just like even when it came to the cars I drove, man, I never really had a popping car. But then, you know, like, damn, I got the J's, I got the Louis belt. What I'm gonna be? What I'm gonna hop out in?
Yeah.
Got a Lexus. I mean, you know what I'm saying? You couldn't tell me nothing then. Man, that thing was killing my pockets on gas.
Oil change, tires.
But I'm still riding around. I'm good. You know why? Because I value material things. You know what I'm saying?
On the inside, you hurt.
Hey, people don't know this thing gonna eat.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm riding by looking clean.
You can't tell from the outside. Yeah. You can't see my check engine light.
All that. You know what I'm saying?
Boy.
But
especially in the city we live in.
Yeah.
And people who rather wear Louis. Ain't got no car at the bus stop.
The bus stop with the Louis on.
You fresh head to toe, but you at the bus stop. Your kids ain't got nothing to wear, but you just rocking it like
got to money.
I don't understand,
man,
but
so,
yeah, man.
That was a big one for me, man, and I thank God for bringing me out of that season of my life, man, because I waste so much money, so much time and effort on the wrong things.
Mm. Yeah. Just a moment of silence. Oh man. When I think about the student loan debt and how much of that was refund checks on Hennessy and 24s and J's. Oh man. Oh, my stomach hurt, man.
Dang.
Oh man.
Hey, it was clean. It was clean.
That's why it was clean. Yes, it is.
TVs in it and everything.
TVs, but I had it plush.
Sound system.
Man, it's in the junkyard, dog.
Yeah.
If I could tell you what came of that car, Trav, all the J's, Trav, you know I have started giving them away.
Me too.
What you see me in now? You might catch me in my
Flip-flops.
leave-lock flip-flops, dog. I got on some flip-flops right now, bruh.
Flip-flops with
And
the
guess
toes
what?
out.
I done started realizing I value comfort.
Right.
I don't even want to put no socks and tennis shoes on. But I live in Savannah, Georgia. I don't want no socks and tennis shoes on. It's hot.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I be in the grocery store with my toes out, and I'm telling you, when I first started doing it, it was kind of uncomfortable. You know what I'm saying? Man, I be waving, walking out, I'm stepping too. You know, I'm stepping with my flip flops on. Got the toes out. I see what them old dudes used to be thinking, bro. I see what they used to be thinking, man. Oh, Trav, man, you just hit it right on the head, man. The material things and how it ties in with perception, man. How you will go to so many ends. Dang, you spend your rent money, you spend everything just for somebody to be like, hey, well, you look good.
Man, I'm clean. Where you get that from?
And guess how fleeting that is? The compliment only lasts 5 seconds, 10 seconds. You might even have a conversation about it. Then it's over. All that for nothing. All that for one night at the club.
Yep.
Then the next morning, you got to wake up and face that music of what you actually spent.
Yeah.
Hey, man, like we said, when we closing, man, it's 2 types of pain, right? You got the pain of discipline, or you got the pain of regret. You can get that pain on the front end. You get that pain on the back end. That pain coming. Right. You know what I'm saying? The pain is unavoidable. It's a part of life. That's what I love about yoga. Yoga puts you in pain, teaches you how to deal with pain, because pain is a part of life. Right. You know what I mean? But it teaches you discipline, right? The discipline of pain rather than the what did I just say?
What you mean?
It teaches you the discipline of pain rather than the pain of regret. I'm sorry. Right. I'm sorry. It's a quick brain. Try you threw me off with the material things, man. I'm talking about my mind gone, man. But man, I think we had a very productive conversation, man. Right. I just hope that we were able to help somebody. Right, I hope we were able to help somebody younger than us and older than us, cause this ain't no age thing.
Right. Oh, no.
You know what I mean? I know grown folks, like grown, old grown. You know what I mean? That it's the same thing, man. It's the same thing because things don't change until you change them, right? So just because you 60 and you 70 and you older don't mean that you mature. Right. They don't go together. You don't gain maturity with age. Hopefully you do. That's the idea behind it, but it's not a given. Right. It's an input-output system. We already said that, man. So, man, just in closing, man, Jarvis, you got anything else you want to put out there as far as values?
No, we said everything. We're on values. It's just, in closing, just I want to encourage people before they lay their heads, just ask yourself this one question. What is your value? Like, do you value, like, not far as like your net worth, but what is your value? Like, what do you bring to the table?
I like that.
Stay true to yourself, and then you can pretty much help yourself, progress, moving forward.
You can help yourself progress.
Yeah.
I like that.
Big Trav, what you got, man?
Myself, man, I'll just leave people with, man. Once you know what your values are, man, just prioritize them, man. Make sure you know what's important and what's not.
I like that, man. And I guess just for closing for myself, what I said at the beginning, truth. We just gave you the truth. I feel like we just spoke truth, man.
Oh yeah.
Now, like what Jarvis said, it's time for the honesty part. It's time for you to look in the mirror and be honest with yourself and say, man, what do I value? How long do I sleep? How disciplined am I? Do I pick up the trash that I drop, or do I leave it for somebody else? The little things. Do I take care of the little things? Do I value perception? Do I value what other people think of me? Get in that mirror and get honest, man.
Yeah.
Because with honesty can come change. You cannot change a problem that you are not willing to recognize. What's the first rule of AA class? What they do? Step one.
State your name and say your problem.
State your name, say your problem, bro. It's step one, man. Okay. So be honest with your problems. Figure out what it is, man. Hey, man, and let's be more productive together, man. Hey, this is like a spiritual revolution, man. Mm-hmm. If not only we got 3 people in here, man, and 3 people is enough. Don't get me wrong, but man, what if we were 10, 15, 20, 100, 1,000 deep, all speaking the same message, man?
Right.
Mm-hmm. How beautiful could it be? What could this turn into?
Something big.
What if?
What if?
I think what if gonna be next, man. Hey, man, we out, man. It's good having you again, Big Jarvis. Trav, I love you, my man. Yes, sir. We out.
I like sunshine and rain, joy and pain. I like sunshine and rain. Ooh. Love can be bitter. Love can be sweet. Sometimes devotion. And sometimes we sleep.